Okay, today I'm going to show you how to lay out the business card. Once you have one business card created, it should look something like this. And once you have one business card created, then we need to put it on a sheet to print and cut. So before we transfer it over to another sheet, we need to go ahead and put some cut lines in the four corners. So if you go back to your original sheet, what I would do is open your layers menu and add a new layer, and we'll just call it cut lines. All right. And now make sure you're on that layer. And we just want to make some little lines to put here in the corner. So I'll use the line tool for that. And we'll just make the lines 0.25 long, and we'll make this one at 0 degrees. We'll say OK. Then don't forget, a lot of times your stroke won't be selected, so make sure to give it a black stroke. And I'd make this a fairly thin line. Let's go a ½ inch, or a half a point. All right, so there's one line. Now we'll just go ahead and do one more line here, and we're just going to flip this to 90 degrees. And now we need to set those two so they're crossing each other. One thing that will help you is if you turn your snap to grid on. I may have told you that when you started the card. That just helps with the layout. Most everything will be quarter-inch increments. And now I'm just going to bring these two together. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and do a Control G so they are grouped. So now that's one group. And you'll notice that is on my cut line layer. So we're good. Now, we can bring this one cut line down, and we are going to put the four cut lines right at the corners. Oops. Right at the four corners of the white. So the other two will be up here. And I'm just going to use the, hold the Alt down, and that will bring one. Oops. Must not have had that selected. If you hold the Alt key down, that will allow you to duplicate it. And now we have the four in the corner there. Now we have our cut lines on, and they're on a separate layer, so we can quickly and easily turn those on and off. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and create a new sheet to do the layout on. So I'll go New, and we just want to create this in inches, 8.5 by 11 portrait. Say OK. I'm going to go ahead and do a Control R, turn my rulers on. And I'll go ahead and snap to grid again. And I'm going to create two guidelines. One, a ½ inch over from the left-hand side, and then I'm going to drag down from the top and place this one. If you look over here at the rulers, that's what I'm looking at. And place that one at a ½ inch. So now I got a line ½ inch over and a ½ inch down. Okay? And now we're just simply going to take the business card, and let's go ahead and minimize that. And let's go ahead and select this whole thing, and we're going to copy that, Control C. And then we're going to go back to our full page layout, and Control V will paste it. And we are going to put that top left-hand cut line right on that corner. So I'm going to zoom in here just a little bit so we can see that a little bit better. And we are just going to bring that up. So that cut line is right on that corner. All right, perfect. So we can see the cut lines here. And now we need to spread this out on the sheet so we have 2 rows of 4. So we have a total of 8 on here. Now, many of you are thinking, okay, I'll do the Alt trick and copy this and just slide it over and then do it that way. But I have a better way for you. It'll save you time in the end. So I'm going to undo that. And if you go under Effect, Distort, and Transform, and go to the Transform tool. Now what the Transform tool will allow you to do is multiple copy and paste this, which is a handy tool. And we are going to, let's go downward first. So let's make 3 copies of this, 3 more copies in the vertical. And if you recall, these cards were 2 inches. So we need to move it down a little bit more than that. Let's try 2.5. And let's do a preview and see what that looks like. And that appears to look pretty good. I think that's just about right. And now we'll say OK to this. And now you can see we have 4 in a row this way. And now I'm going to go back and do the same tool. You have to do them separately. So Effect, Distort, and Transform. Transform again. And now this time we are going to go in a horizontal, and we're going to do 1 horizontally. And if you'll recall, the length of these cards were 3.5. So let's do them at 4 inches. Now, to make it do this, you can't hit enter. Just go ahead and click in a different box, and we'll see. If we click the preview on, we'll see that turned out just fine. All right. Now, the reason I like to use that transform tool is because now, if I move this over here a little bit, I want you to go File, Print, and print 1 with the cut lines on, and we'll print them to the 1060 press. Make sure you pick 90-pound cardstock for the material or for the media. But then I want you to print 1 with the guidelines, and then I want you to send and print 1 without the guidelines. Now, the one without the guidelines, if you just turn your layers on, expand the layers here, these first 4 are the top group of your cut lines. And if you simply just turn the eyeball off on those 4, you'll notice all my cut lines are now gone. And so then you can quickly and easily turn the cut lines on for one print and turn them off for the other print. So you only print a total of 2 sheets for this, and then you'll stack those 2 on top of each other with the cut line sheet on top of the other one, so you can see exactly where to cut when you go to the paper cutter. I'll turn those back on. I'm ready to print and cut. Good luck on creating your business cards.